Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pasyatya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Narasingaya. Namaste Narasingaya. Pralada Tagore Premanande. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivatkarya Karta Satya Shishimar A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shurupad Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivatkarya Karta Satya Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Shurupad Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Shila Harisdas Thakur Ki Jai. Prince Ho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivedanta Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Jagannathpuri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Sankirtan Ki Jai. Tagore Premanande. All glory to the Samudra. All glory to the Samudra. All glory to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga.
All glory to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
One round of chanting now. Turn it off. Yeah.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Happy Deepavali, everyone. Hare Bol. You see light here?
Very nice.
They are not real though.
That's all right.
Because of the restrictions of this
Yes,
institution, you can't have fire.
Yes.
So that's why it is temporary.
No, this is fine. It's beautiful.
Whatever devotion, if you do with devotion, Krishna, you'll accept.
Yes.
Okay, so
Krishna
thank you.
likes
Thank you again for coming to this very wonderful program and this wonderful month actually. This Kartik month. We are almost halfway through, right? How many days? October 6th. So almost half of the Kartik month is done.
Yes.
So at the end of the Kartik month, we should analyze and introspect ourselves, like what we were before and what we are after Kartik. So that means the Kartik month made some difference, right?
Yes.
Isn't it? In a Krishna conscious way. Okay, not materially. I didn't have car before, I have car now. No. So spiritually, we have to analyze ourselves, how we are doing because of Kartik month. Because many of us, definitely, I'm very sure 100% that we would have taken some vow or the other in this Kartik month, right? Okay, fasting or chanting more or serving devotees more, whatever it is. So that means our consciousness is changing, right? So thank you. As you all know, I saw the flyer. Today we have a good opportunity to hear from our Grace Subhadra Mataji. Please. So even though you all know her very well, but it's my good fortune to introduce her for those online viewers, and also the more I talk about pure devotees like Subhadra Mataji, my heart gets purified. So Her Grace Subhadra Mataji, she is one of the senior most disciple of His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. She got initiated in the year 1997. Mataji, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct? Okay, I'm good. So that's about 30 years, or 30, 40 years, what?
Okay.
Let them calculate. I want to make sure they're awake. So 30 years, right? 20, okay.
28.
Yeah, still it is great. 28, following Krishna consciousness. Not only following Krishna consciousness, advancing every stage, every step, every year. She has set role model for many of us. She has been very actively participating in ISKCON Philadelphia's congregation, many roles. One of the major roles is that she has been a pujari, if you see every Sunday, Sunday feast, if you see at the altars, and very wonderful decorations, very wonderful. So that's all hers, her, and then her family. Adi Seshan, Darshan Prabhu and Sukada Prabhu is not here. So all glories to all of them. So also she's very actively, she does counseling also, if anybody needs any counseling. So if you need personal counseling or any kind of, so she's the person to approach. So many people have taken her guidance also. So let's welcome her. Today we'll speak something special. She knows that, we don't know. So we'll hear on the auspicious ceremony of Deepavali. And you see Damodar here? Wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll have at the end of the session, after the session, we'll have Damodar Ashtakam also. Yes. And then we'll offer diyas.
So that's important. So thank you very much, Mataji. Let's all welcome our by chant 3 times Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Hare Krishna.
Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha. Yashodanandana
Okay, Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you Mataji. I'm very honored that Mataji and Prabhuji are here. And Mataji is such a good speaker. When she said she's coming, I said, Mataji, you should speak, not me. Yeah, we meet every Tuesday in another class where we read Srila Prabhupada's book by the guidance of Srila Prabhupada disciples. And when there is some topic, and Mataji just, when she opens her mouth, you will know the nectar just comes out. But she is very humble. She said, no, you say. I said, okay then. When I have difficulties, take it over. Because Mukta Sangha Prabhu just called me on Thursday and said, Mataji, please can you speak on Diwali? So first thing I thought, in my mind is like what Srila Prabhupada said about Diwali. Because what I do is I always refer to Srila Prabhupada. But anyway, let's start and I'll sing.
You are
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Mukham karoti vanchalam.
Mukam karoti vachalam.
Pangulam dayate girim.
Bhangam Langayate Girim
Yat Kripatamaham Bande
Yat Kripatamaham Bande
Sri Guru Dinatarinam
Sri Gurun Dinataranam
Paramananda Madhavam
Paramananda Madhavam
Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram
Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivatsati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesa Sunyavati Paschata Pesatare. So what I was telling is, when he said Diwali, then I'm like, okay, let me just go see what Srila Prabhupada has spoken about Diwali. So, but of course, I only found two letters. So Prabhupada has written one to Hamsadatta Prabhu and one to Pradyumna Prabhu or something. So we will go over that. Then I'm like, okay. So he has just told in that letter how we should be celebrating Diwali. And what is actually it means for the Vaishnavas, how we celebrate. And of course, Srila Prabhupada has said about celebrating Diwali is the breaking of the yogurt pot that Sri Krishna did, the childhood pastime. But I was thinking that, of course, I heard some lectures from His Holiness Bhikti Krishna Goswami Maharaj, and there was one lecture from His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj. So I heard it a long time back actually, and then I said, oh okay, let me just hear his lecture. So whatever I'll be telling, nothing is from me, it's all from whatever I heard from the senior Vaishnavas and Gurus, and of course some Srila Prabhupada's books from Bhagavatam. So I want to thank Mukta Sangha Prabhu for giving me this opportunity to talk about Diwali and the auspicious Kartik month. Of course for us, this whole month is a festival month, lot of festivals. But again, Diwali comes here in between. So we will be Diwali is just not one day celebration. It's 5 to 6 days celebration people do in different parts of India. Now Diwali is so famous, it's all over the world people are celebrating. But what is Diwali actually means? That we have to know. Lot of people that I know, they just celebrate, if you ask why you celebrate Diwali, some people they say it's their new year. Some people they say the next day is their new year. And they whatever they have any bad relationship with anybody, they just give it up that day. They go hug each other and they celebrate and exchange gifts. That's what mostly I have heard. But we will just deep dive into what it means for the Vaishnavas, what we will do. So okay. So if we look at scriptures or Puranic links, there are a lot of links to Diwali which only talks about pastime of the Lord, especially Sri Krishna and his expansions. So one of course we discussed about the yogurt pot breaking, and then other one happened is Narakasura Badha, Krishna killed, and Bhaumasura, the two things, the same person but two names. And then we'll go in details, but then of course Govardhana Nakut Puja, that also happens, and return of Sri Ram after killing Ravan to Ayodhya. So then now, okay. Okay, so what is the Sanskrit word for festival?
Utsav.
Utsav. So what is the meaning of Utsav?
Celebration, celebrating.
Yeah. So Utsav, two words. Ut is removal, and Sav is the miseries and grief.
Yes.
So usually, we do stuff just to get rid of our material miseries and sorrows. And people, they love, in Sanskrit also they say Manava Utsava Priyaha. Human beings, they like festivals. They have to. So because in this material world, life is full of miseries, pain, sorrow. Wherever you look, it is that. So just to get rid of that, just for temporary happiness, people think, okay, we'll celebrate something. So that is how in this all the festivals or the Utsav has been celebrated in a very mundane way, which really don't give any kind of fruitive actions, like nothing like we get anything out of it. It's just like illusory. But we think, oh, okay, we are like, celebrating. And Diwali also, you will see a lot of people will be just celebrating as, oh, it's an occasion. We'll brush some crackers, we'll exchange sweets, we'll wear new clothes and stuff like that. Also, like, in Bhagavad Gita 8:15, Krishna himself is saying Dukhalyam Asosyatam, right? He's saying that after attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. The sloka goes like that: Mama upataya punarjanma dukhalayam asosyatam napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsati param gataham. So we know this is temporary and we know it is full of miseries, but we try to find ways how to get rid of these miseries and how to get rid of this thing. So because of the lack of God consciousness in the world, so this kind of festivals that people enjoy is becoming mundane. If we don't have God consciousness, then we will not have any meaning to why are we celebrating stuff. So there are so many festivals, like sporting festivals. You will see people will be playing this baseball or football championship, World Cup. So many thousands and thousands of people will just come, gather just to experience some thrill. And then the party, those who lost, they will be mourning. And then again they will come with full jest, okay, we are going to win the next time, right? But it's all like, again, temporary. So if we do not understand the purport or the importance of a festival, then it actually goes down. And it just, what it does is like it binds us to this material world more and more, if we don't understand the real purpose behind it. So when it comes to Diwali also, it is also consisting of two words. Deepavali, or Srila Prabhupada said Deepavali, which is like same. Deep like lamp and Avali is rows of lights. So basically this is the meaning is like we light rows of lightings lamps, that is called Diwali. And Prabhupada said Deep and Bali is like numerous. So those are that's why he wrote the letter to Hamsadutta Prabhu that it should be celebrated by putting lots of numerous candles in each corner of the temple and cooking prasad, like nice bhoga for Krishna, and then distribute it the next day, because for Annadan, it's how, sorry, Annakut. So you'll see in our, so basically either it's a Vedic culture or Krishna consciousness in particular. It's very nice because we have so much of festival. So much of festival. Look at a Vedic calendar, you will see full 12 months we have something or other going on. So we need to at least minimum understand what are the significance of the festivals that are listed in our Vedic calendar. So at least devotees, like we practicing devotees, should know the meaning of what is Diwali and how should we celebrate it and what is actually it means for our own Krishna consciousness. So then we will we will see that, we'll start with that again, a sloka Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita chapter 10:11. That is where only I found one is that Dipena, he is talking about Tesam evanu kam pratham aham Aznana jam atha. Yeah, Mataji, go ahead. Come on. Yeah, Nashyami atma bhavo Jana Dipana. Yeah. So to show the special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy the shining lamp of knowledge and the darkness born of ignorance. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita chapter 10. So basically we all are born in ignorance only. There are very, very, very few rare souls, those who are self-realized. We are not self-realized. Because we have that ignorance, we need the torch, knowledge of light to be lit. Otherwise it is very difficult. So this in Diwali, so we should offer the lamp to the Lord with devotion and invite him to come to our heart. Like we all know that okay, Krishna resides in our heart like Hirodakshaya Vishnu. But to be in that kind of a consciousness, I don't know, means in 24 hours, how many hours are we in that consciousness that Krishna is within me and is within everyone, and lead our life accordingly. It's I don't know, it's very difficult. Sometimes when we really think about it, it's like, yes, we understand that Krishna is within everybody. But when really we come to again bodily platform, then we always forget that Krishna is within everyone. So this day, basically Diwali, let us all pray to Krishna with love and invoke him come please to inside my heart. When we invite, then he will come and he will sit in our heart. And then we should tell, please reside here forever. Don't go. Otherwise, his Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, he was telling one time that let's say you have just a one couch in your house, just a small couch, and you invited a guest. He came and he sat. Then after that another guest came and you said, okay, come sit. Then another guest came. Then you said, okay, come sit. So like that, few more guests came, come sit. Then what will happen? The first one who came, he'll get up and go because there is no place. It's a small couch. So same way, Krishna is in our heart, but all the time we are inviting ego, anger, frustration, enviousness, jealousy. So then where Krishna will have space to sit? So the real Diwali is to light that lamp, invite Krishna to our heart, and then dedicate our life to him in doing service. That's called real Diwali. We keep on cleaning outside of the house, every corner of the house. I've seen people, I'm not saying that we all are doing, but yes, it is good to be always keeping the house clean, because as per Srila Prabhupada, he says cleanliness is next to godliness, it's like Krishna is there in your house. And of course your external cleaning is always a reflection of your internal cleaning. If you see somebody's desk or house, it's not that people are coming, then everything will be clean, right? But if you see, you just go anytime and you find everything spotless, you can see that, you can tell how clean that internal, inner cleanness will show in your outer cleanness. That's what I have. So we are so busy cleaning outside, accordingly we should clean inside. We all know that for time immemorial we are here in this material world, and how much of anarthas we have accumulated, we don't know even. And we all pray for anartha nibriti, let's that happen, then only we can move. Forget about anartha nibriti. When I was listening to Srila Prabhupada's class and he was explaining about karmi, bikarmi, akarmi, then I was just thinking, where do I fall? And then from there we have to go till anartha. Then again, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has given in one of his class that I was reading, he said, everybody is talking about anartha nibriti, let's think about artha pavriti. Once that starts happening, automatically anartha will go away. But if we focus on anarthas more and more, of course it's difficult. That's what he has written. But then again, another time, Srila Prabhupada in one of his class, he was telling that first find out what is that you have in your heart. Sit down and think. If you think as far as you can go, what are the things that we are holding on to? That is what we need to clean in this Diwali. If we don't clean our chitta, there is no way we can advance, because that is how only we will get to know Krishna, or we will understand. That is what I have read and heard. I made a note here. So here Maharaj was telling that the Diwali is that light that we should light it so that our avidya goes away, like the ignorance that we have for unlimited lifetime. That needs to go away, and when it goes away, then it will be clear for us to at least understand our constitutional position. Forget about anything else. That also we don't remember. That I am a soul also sometimes we forget. And what is the constitutional position that we are the eternal servant of Krishna, that we will forget. But Srila Prabhupada is again saying, because we are a part and parcel of Krishna, so we have that propensity to serve. Either we are serving our senses, or we are serving our spouses, or our kids, or our boss, or anybody. We are just serving, because that is what our nature is. So then why don't we understand our real nature and start serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And that's how we will go into this Amamasya night when Diwali happens. So we know that Amamasya is the new moon, and then it waxing moon and waning moon, one Amamasya, one Purnima. So from Amamasya to Purnima there are 14 to 15 days. So 15th day is either Amamasya or Purnima. And of course it's according to lunar calendar, it's not exactly like solar calendar. So we sometimes it is more than 24 hours, sometimes it's less. So in that way, the month in lunar calendar comes around 29 days. So this time also I think there is one day Khaya is there, because today is the Dwadasi and Monday is Amamasya. So definitely, there is Chaturdasi, something overlapping, I guess.
I think it will start in the noon and go till Tuesday morning.
Something like that, yeah. So then we will go to the 12th day. We'll start from the 12th day, which is called Dwadasi, actually today. So this day, we all know about the pastime about the churning of the milk ocean, right? So when the churning of the milk ocean was happening, to get the nectar, so many other different things came out, right? And what all came out on this particular Diwali day? When the churning was happening on the 12th day, it is said that, Kamadhenu cow came out, which is a fulfilling wish cow. And that Dwadasi is called Govasta Dwadasi. So in this today, the cow and calf, they are worshipped. And of course, devotees, they worship cow and calf every day. But at least in the Vedic culture, one day is dedicated. But cow is the mother, right? When we worship, we get the blessing. All auspiciousness comes. So I have heard one Maharaj was giving a class one time, and he said, when devotees have any trouble in their life, they go to Gosalas. And they do service, even patting the back of the cow, or giving them some grass to eat, or cleaning their cow dung. They're all good services. And he said, he his disciple, there are so many grihasthas, and he was taking care of them. So few grihasthas had some issues, and then some or other it was not resolving. Then Maharaj was telling, I told them, go and worship the cows. He just said that I just told them so that they can, do some service and get used. All the issues in their life were gone. So that's what how important is. So that's why we have Gosala in every ISKCON, in India. Of course, here we don't have that facility, but yes, there. So that is the Dwadasi, right? So then in the Samudra Manthan, when this Kamadhana cow came, so demigods and demons, they saw the cow, but they were not interested in cow because they were looking for the nectar to get, and then they can live for a long time. So in that way, there are all, in the Bhagavatam explains very nicely. I'll just go very quickly on things, keeping the time thing in mind. So the cow was given to Vasishtha Muni. And then, he gave the name Nandini, and then, all the story goes on like that. So then this day is also known as Nandini Vrata. So then comes I'm not going in details about that. So then 13th day, that is the Trayodasi. Trayodasi, they say Dhantaras. Again, this Dhantaras name is a distortion. It is actually Dhanvantri Trayodasi or Dhanna Trayodasi. People have made it Dhantaras, and then of course in India I have seen they will buy gold, and like any kind of gold, silver, or anything they will just buy. And also, like their goddess Lakshmi also came out in this churning, but there is little different dates have been given. Some says in Diwali, some says within, but anyway within these days only goddess Lakshmi came out also, and that is Dhan Trayodasi. So when goddess Lakshmi came out, she immediately went to Lord Vishnu. So there were like so many demigods were there. Everybody was running to marry. She's so beautiful, right? But she immediately went and she did put the garland in Lord Vishnu, and they got married. But that does not mean that Lakshmi saw Vishnu for first time. They are eternal concept. But when Lord comes to the material world to do some pastime, so this is kind of one of the pastime. But Srila Prabhupada said that we should never worship goddess Lakshmi alone. We should always worship Lakshmi with Narayan, because she is also busy in serving Narayan. Right? We know from Brahma Samhita, like millions and millions Lakshmi they serve to Krishna. So people, those who really do Lakshmi Puja on this day just to get material benefit, it's not a right thing to do. Because whatever we get, everything belongs to Krishna. And then Ma Lakshmi, when people go, Prabhupada is saying that when we pray to Lakshmi to give us some material benefit, money, she will say, yeah, I'll give you, take. But remember, I cannot give you happiness. Happiness will only come from my husband. So you have to go to him first. But then again, Srila Prabhupada is saying it's better. Like, in Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, we see like how 4 kinds of people, they go to Krishna. So Prabhupada is saying that, it's better that people, at least they are praying, right? They are not just going and doing some other things or looting a bank or something like that. At least they are praying to Lakshmi. But then slowly, once they understand what is that devotional service, then they will know that, okay, this is for the service of Krishna. But for devotees, he's saying, it doesn't matter. For us, like devotees, that don't, I don't know about, what we are doing, but that is what Srila Prabhupada is saying, that devotees, for them, everything we give to Krishna. For us, everything like what we do is for Krishna. So that is why it is called Dhan Trayodasi, because goddess Lakshmi came, and also Dhanvantri Trayodasi. So that churning also, in that churning, Dhanvantri came out, who is not other than Krishna. He is an incarnation of Lord Krishna. So he came out with in one hand a pot of nectar, and the other hand he had Ayurvedic text. So because that's why he gave the science of medicine to the humanity. And India, I guess, recently they have declared this day to be a Ayurvedic Sciences Day or something like that. I heard that, but I am not sure. But when they saw the nectar, that is what they were looking for. So they jumped, but some or other, the demons grabbed it first. And then we all know how they all went to Vishnu to, please help. And then Sri Vishnu came as Mohini Murti. And he had his ways, transcendental ways to take it. And so that is the 13th day. And also Lakshmi, I did speak about that. Also, I think another thing happened in this. I heard this story from Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj. I don't know from where, but he was telling that how in these days they don't only worship Lakshmi, they also worship Tulsi Maharani, they give lamp to Tulsi Maharani. And he said one interesting story. He said there was a king, his name was Hema, and he had a prince. He got married, very young guy, and when he got married, somebody saw his horoscope and said that he will die on the 4th night by a snake bite. Some or other, the princess, she got this news, she knew. And then she started thinking, how am I going to save my husband? So when she was thinking that, Maharaj said, because she was a princess, she was so rich, she had so much of jewelries, gold, diamond, different kind of ornaments. So she did put it all around the palace. And then she did put lot of lamps, lot of lamps. So it was so lighted. And then she called her husband, and then they sat down, and she started talking about transcendental activities of Krishna, he was singing and all. So Yamaraj came, and when he came, the light was glittering so bad that he could not see. And he kind of dropped, he fell there, but then he was listening to these transcendental stories and got so absorbed that the night passed. So how he saved. And that, like when I heard this story, and it definitely reminded me of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Yamaraj is telling, he himself is telling to his Dutas, those who they went to Nara to get Ajamil, and then there all the story, right? And he himself is saying that wherever there is Srimad Bhagavatam, Katha is going on, he is there. We just don't know. We just can't see with our material eyes. But he sits there. And then he says, if anybody is reading or listening, that is his own words, of course, when I'm saying, they don't go to hell. They don't go to hell, he'll not touch. So at least all of us, now we have a chance that we'll not go to hell. And when you are when we have Kontimala, this and that, so everything he was telling. So I'm like, oh, that matches what Yamaraj was telling. So I think this day also it is done as Yamadipdan. So Yamadipdan, this particular day. So some people, they do Dipdan to Yamaraj so that he will not come untimely to the house and death will not happen on that auspicious day. But again, for devotees, we do give lamp throughout the month, throughout the year, and for us, if we know that death can come anytime, and if Krishna wants us to die, so be it, who cares, right? But there are other devotees, like people out there, those who do this day also, Yamada Dipdan, and also somewhere I read about Bhai Dooj, and after everything, Yamaraj went to her sister Yamuna, and she tied some, the Bhai Dooj is like kind of Raksha Bandhan they do in North, so Bhai Dooj also is celebrated that way. But I don't know any from where it comes, so I don't know.
Bengali Mataji, they give putta, right?
Bhai Putta, yeah. Also Bhai Dooj in also in some north side. They say, but Yamadan, Dipadan also, this is a story that relates to that. And then we'll have that, Yamadan was done on the 14th day or something. Therefore, commemoration of 14th that day. Yeah, so, yes, commemoration of that day only, that 14th day was the Yamadan. That is what I have the notes from that lecture. So basically, it's all we are talking about because we all know that Krishna consciousness is the most auspicious thing that exists today. And discussing about all these, Yamaraj or any other devotees, just to know the hierarchy, that they are also divine. They are also they are elevated from us. But we, the devotees, we know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we believe, all his incarnations and all, we kind of devotees, we believe that, and we do we lead our life that way. But that does not mean that we will be criticizing or offending the demigods. But often what happens when we see the pastimes, we see that the demigods are not are put in a very poor light. For example, like Indradev, when Indra came for that rain and all, whatever he did, right? So the way he did and how puffed up and ego he had. So another Maharaj was giving class, and he said that he was giving class on that only, Govardhan Puja, and he was, while talking, he was talking about Indradev, how all his arrogant nature and stuff. I don't want to talk much because what Maharaj said is, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that if we do not finish our spiritual journey in this life, and we will again come back and start from where we left. So he was telling that, if I don't finish it this time, and I have to come back, and I am criticizing Indradev so much, so he'll be my temple president next time. So he's like, it's better we should not criticize. So that's what the message from here, that when we are reading about so many like, demigods, their power and all. It's that we just have to understand that we are not going to offend them. At the same time, we should not be thinking that they are equal to the Supreme Lord, right? It's kind of offense. Either way is offense. So that is the main thing why we were discussing about so many things. And then in the end, like, of course, like Diwali, before that also, like, why it is important, I said Narakushura, like, how Krishna killed Bhaumasura. Why his name is Bhaumasura? Because he's son of who? Bhumi.
Yeah.
So that is why name is Bhaumasura. But Bhumi Devi, like when Mahadev came as incarnation, he went and he brought earth out of the ocean, right, with his tusk. He touched Bhumi Devi with his tusk and impregnated her with, at that time he was Naraka, not Asura, just Naraka. And Krishna's like, he is transcendental. He can do anything in any part of his body, right? He's not that like us. We have to eat or we have to see through our eyes. We have to eat through our hand. Krishna can do anything in any part. His body is transcendental. So by touching his husk, so she was impregnated. But Bhumi Devi, some or other, immediately knew that Krishna is going to kill Naraka. Then he kind of asked, Bhumi Devi asked, please don't kill my son. You please don't. Then Krishna promised, okay, I will not kill without your permission. So this incident happened, this Narakasura killing. So when again he did lot of mischief activities, he went to the Indra planet, he stole so many things like earrings of Aditi and like in Varunadev's umbrella, this and that he did, and also 16,000 100 princes he did. So definitely Indra again went to Shri Vishnu and asked for help that this guy is causing havoc, please do something. So Krishna said okay. So Krishna went with Garuda this time, but he took Satyabhama with her. Usually, he doesn't take his queens. So he took Satyabhama and he went there, and of course, like the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami has very nicely explained about the city where he was living and how it was like, filled with water and the walls, very, very, very nicely has explained. And so many soldiers were there, and also Krishna went with Garuda and immediately he went there and he killed Murasura with 5 heads. Then his sons came and he killed all of them. And then when Bhaumasura knew that everybody is not being killed by Krishna, he got very angry. And then he came, and when this fighting is going on, then Satyabhama is thinking that why so much fighting he is doing. So she said to Krishna, kill him. Then Krishna looked at her and said, okay, if you are giving the permission, I'll kill. Because Bhumi Devi is an expansion of Satyabhama. So that's why Krishna took this stand up. That is the reason why he carried, because he promised Bhumi Devi that I'm not going to kill without taking your permission. But he didn't take his permission. But Satyabhama said kill. So he killed. When he killed, then he went inside and he saw all these princes. And when Krishna went in, immediately all these 16,100 princes, when they saw Krishna, they had the desire to marry him. And Krishna, being the supreme and in everybody's heart, knew what they are thinking. So, and then of course there is like, you will read. In Krishna book also it is there. So Krishna said, then rescued them and sent them to Dwarka, and of course with that he sent he went to his palace, got all the gold, jewelry, and all his things, whatever he had, Bhaumasura, and then he collected whatever he stole from the heavenly planets. Then Krishna said, okay, you all go, and then he sent a message, I'm coming, and I'll marry all these 16,100 princes. Then he said, while going to Dwarka, so he thought he will go to the heavenly planet and return all the stuff. And then when they went there, okay, they were happy and all, and then Satyabhama saw the beautiful Parijata tree. And then again, there is a pastime of that, like how Rukmini got one flower from Narada Muni.
Yes.
And then when she, it was so fragrant, and so she just, Satyabhama went to Krishna and said, and before even she went, and Krishna knew Yes, she's coming, and when she said that, oh, she also wanted that flower, then Krishna, being so diplomatic and very nice, don't worry, I will, what about a flower? I'll give you the whole tree. I'll give you the tree. So when they went there, and Satyabhama saw that tree, she did not forget Krishna's promise. So he said, I want to see what she said, I want to take it because there is nothing in the earth planet, there is no such kind of a tree. So then Krishna said, okay, so while coming back, Satyabhama, she just lifted one tree, picked one tree and came. And then at that time, the demigods, including Indra, were very mad. They got very angry. How come you can take this tree? This belongs to only the heavenly planet. And this. So the interesting part is Indra, who right before that went to Vishnu to plead him that, okay, please help. And so many other pastimes we know. So that actually tells us, the ego is such a thing, can come at any time. And we have to be very, very careful for that. That's a lesson that immediately they had a fight with Krishna for that Parijata tree. And of course, for Krishna, what was that? He just thought and immediately he took and he left. So that was one of the, again, a pastime of Narakasura. And that we did, then what else I said? And of course, Mataji explained nicely last class about yogurt churning and how Krishna, like Yasodamai, was thinking about while churning of Krishna's pastime and the milk. She explained it nicely. So that pastime we already know that happened that time. So we are not going to talk about that much. And then which one is that? The last one is, of course, the last one is our Lord Ram coming back. But again, I heard another, there are so many things. Another place I read that also Big Krishna, His Holiness Big Krishna Maharaj also said that Pandavas, they came on this day after their 12 years exile and 1 year of incognito that they had to stay in a different world. So that was also one thing happened. And then Sri Ram, after we all know that, right, how Mother Sita was kidnapped by Ravana, and then the fighting, whatever they did after Ravana died, that is the Vijay Utsav, he killed. And then some people say that, okay, Ravana was killed on Dasara day. And Sri Ram did not come to Ayodhya till Diwali. So why it took him 18 days or something to come back? So in that, I was reading some books and where, it is mentioned that when Ravana died, then of course the queens and all, they came to Sri Ram and they were lamenting, and then Sri Ram asked Bibhishan to do the last rite, and Bibhishan didn't want to do because of the heinous life Ravana was leading. But Sri Ram said, no, I understand, but he was a hero, we have to do his last rite. So they did it. So that takes time, right? And then he, of course, made Bibhishan the king. That took, and he asked Lakshman to go and do that because Sri Ram, it's written that when, Valmiki Ramayana actually, it's written that when Sri Ram said to his dad that, yes, I will take this exile, he promised that he will not go into any city. So every time he stayed out. So when Bali Maharaj died and Sugriva became king, same Sri Ram stayed outside. Here also he stayed outside and all things were happening. And then Bibhishan said that, okay, I will give you the Pushpa Viman and so that you can go. So it's written that that Pushpa Viman does not need any pilots, and like the way it goes by the mind of the person who is on the Viman. If you say go left, it will go left, go right, and any amount of people can sit. And happily, not there will be no, okay, they are close to each other, something like that. So Sri Ram, so that Pushpa Viman actually belonged to Kubera, who was a half brother of Ravan. And after Ravan died, and of course Bibhishan owned it and he gave it to Sri Ram. And then Sri Ram came with all these monkeys and bear and everybody, he came. And then while coming, Sri Ram was showing Sita what happened where, here in, Ravana died, here his son died, and every little thing he was just showing on the way. And then Mother Sita said, oh, all these Banarasenas are going out with us, let us get down and take all their wives also. And then they had to pick up all their wives in that Viman, and that Viman had enough room. So in that way, so then also on the way they stayed in some sage's house and all, it's written there. And then Sri Ram told Hanuman that you first go and tell my brother Bharat that we are coming. And he is really living a austere life for last 14 years. And Bharat Maharaj also was staying in a hut, not in the palace, and all the details. But Sri Ram, there one thing is Sri Ram told that please go, but try to read the mind of my brother. And if you find a little things of sadness or something that I'm coming back, so you please come back and tell me, so I will not go. But then when he went and he could know that, he was really overjoyed. And then of course he came back and forth, he came back and said, no, Bharat is really overjoyed. But Bharat was having little thing in his mind that, oh, should I believe a monkey? Like, it's not like they are so fickle, they change, should I believe? But anyway, when they were exchanging dialogues, then he understood, no, he is real. And then here Bharat Maharaj is waiting that, oh, did I do a mistake in believing him? I don't see he's coming. That's when Hanumanji said, look, they are coming. So the Viman was coming. So that's when, Ayodhya totally, they did light. But of course, when it happened, it's not traced in Valmiki Ramayana, but it's written. Traditionally, it's that day, so we go with that. So that is how Diwali, that lights they did put for Sri Ram's coming back. So that is one celebration for Diwali. So basically for us, for the devotees, that is what it is. We have to light the lamp with devotion, and the significance of light in Vedic culture is it invokes, when we light a lamp, it invokes auspiciousness. Oh, I have time left. It invokes auspiciousness and it drives away inauspiciousness. So Prabhu was doing a beautiful arati, right? So that is also arati ceremony that we do. Then why we do that? What is the meaning of doing arati, right? So when we do this arati, we know we have so many paraphernalias, we give one after the other. That is what, only thing is everything belongs to Krishna. And we just have to give it back, right? This material energy is his energy. Every little thing that we are using is his energy. And we are offering it back to him. But we need to add one extra element to that, is our devotion. So when we do the incense stick, so we are giving back the earth element to Krishna. And when we do water element. When we do fan, air or wind element. Same when we do the lamp, the fire element. And of course, why 5? That is also there, like how we give to senses 5 and how we surrender our life. And we take 3 times. Some people you will say they're taking 3 times, some say 1 time. So His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Maharaj one time was telling in one of his classes, he said, I asked few people, why you take 3 times? Then nobody has an answer. They're like, I saw they are taking. So then everybody is taking 3 times. But what is the real essence about significance of that? So every little thing has significance. Like when we take 3 times, 3 modes of miseries, we are like there. So we kind of pray to Krishna to use our body, mind, and our, those are the miseries that we have to take out, and then we have to focus, our body, mind, speech, everything to Krishna. So that's how we pray and we take. But a lot of people, they just hover the hand over the thing and then they just take it. And why are you putting like that? When we light it, and of course it gets the energy of Krishna and it is auspicious. So we take and put it on. So everything has in Vedic culture has a meaning to that. So that's how, the lamp part we discussed. Then the main thing, the most important thing Srila Prabhupada said is in that day, Diwali, you concentrate more on reading Krishna's childhood pastime, like Krishna book, chant more and think, meditate upon Krishna's pastime. Like today we discussed about 3 or 4, Narakasura and doing Sri Ram's coming back and Krishna's breaking the pot. So all day we can contemplate on that while we are doing our, so that becomes devotional service, direct devotional service we are doing for Krishna. When we are, our thinking, our feeling, our willing, everything is in Krishna's service. So that is important, that Srila Prabhupada said. And then I will read Srila Prabhupada's letter. So here Srila Prabhupada is explaining Diwali. So Diwali is again distortion of it is Deepavali, and then people just say Diwali to that. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, quoting from the Vaishnava Tosani of Srila Sanatan Goswami, says that the incident of Krishna's breaking the pot of yogurt and being bound by Mother Yasoda took place on this Deepavali day, or Dipa Malika. So even today in India, this festival is generally celebrated very gorgeously in the month of Kartik by fireworks and light, especially in Bombay. It is to be understood that among all the cows of Nanda Maharaj, several of Mother Yasoda's cow ate only grasses so flavorable that the grasses would automatically flavor the milk. Mataji was telling last class. So Mother Yasoda wanted to collect the milk from these cows and make into yogurt and churn it into butter personally, since he thought that this child Krishna was going to the houses of neighborhood Gopis and Gopi to steal the butter because he did not like the milk and yogurt ordinarily prepared. Then Srila Prabhupada again wrote, this is a purport he wrote in Srimad Bhagavatam 10:9, 1 and 2. And then he wrote a letter to Hamsaduta Das, written from Seattle. He said, Diwali ceremony can be observed in the temples by illuminating hundreds of candles in different parts of the temple and offering a special prasad to the deity. This ceremony was observed by the inhabitants of Ayodhya, the king of Lord Ramachandra, while Lord Ramachandra was out of his kingdom due to his 14 years banishment by the order of his father. His younger stepbrother Bharat took charge of the kingdom, and the day on which Lord Ramachandra took back the charge again from his brother and seated on the throne, this is observed as Diwali and Deepavali. Deepavali means the same thing. Deepa means candles and Bali means numerous. When numerous candles are lighted, it is called Deepavali. In India, this Deepavali function is celebrated in a special auspicious occasion. This Deepavali function can be observed and prasad can be distributed in the next day during daytime, which is known as Govardhan Puja and Annakutta ceremony. In India, in all Vaishnava temples, this ceremony is observed and hundreds of people are given prasadam according to the capacity of the temple. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. And then he explained about the story of Hanuman that we discussed. So this Vijayadashami celebration, the story behind Diwali, like whatever we discussed, Srila Prabhupada wrote here. And then he wrote a letter to Pradyumna Prabhu, Calcutta, from Calcutta, 17th October 1967. He said, Ramachandra's victory celebration is observed in the last day of Durga Puja. Vaishnavas are not concerned with Durga Puja. Deepavali or Diwali is observed as New Year's Day by certain mercantile community. The Vaishnavas have nothing to do with this ceremony. But just on the last day after Diwali, the Vaishnavas observe Annakutta ceremony. This celebration is the day when Lord Krishna lifted the hill and Madhavendra Puri established the temple in Gopala. So of course in Madhya Lila chapter 8 talks about how Madhavendra Puri established Gopal and how he saw in his dream that I am buried, please take me out. Then he took all the inhabitants and went and he found real Gopal, and then beautiful Gopal. And then he said, oh, I was inside, for a long time. My body is so warm. Go to Jagannath Puri and get some chandan for me. So when he was coming back, that is what happened in Sakhi Gopal, right? So he stayed there and all. So that is also one thing that happened on the Diwali day. So I think, yes, I'll stop here, Prabhu. Anything like
Very
this?
nice.
Forgive me if I did anything wrong, but I just tried to say what I have read.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Personally, I didn't know so many auspicious events happening during Diwali day. So So
Thank you too, because you asked me, so I did. Made some, heard Maharaj's class and went to Bhagavatam to find out this thing. And there are so many other things also, like in Maharaj was talking about Vir Krishna Maharaj about Gujarati, like you celebrate the New Year's for the king, something like, he has given all those stories which you all can relate. I didn't remember so many things. Whatever I remember, I just said.
so if anyone wants to share their feelings towards this Deepavali, you can please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, very nice lecture. This is first time I'm hearing about so much significance about Deepavali. Even when some of my friends ask me, what do you do on Deepavali? I said, in India, buy new clothes, make sweets, exchange, fireworks, that's it. But here, at least after coming 2 years and joining Krishna Conscious, we do Govardhan Puja and then we go to temple. But today I'm like, oh, Krishna's mercy. After so many years, I got the opportunity to hear about what our Acharya said and then a lot of other significance. Very wonderful, Mataji. It's like I felt for a lifetime I won't forget now. Every Deepavali when it comes, we'll think of you and all the stories that you said and then whatever Srila Prabhupada said. Very wonderful, Mataji. But I have one question. When I don't know whether what I've heard is true or not. Like even in the childhood, in the stories, TV serial, Bhagavad, Krishna's pastime, Naraka Chaturdasi, they say that Krishna fainted and actually Satyabhama killed. Is that wrong or I don't know. He acts, but actually Satyabhama, she was the one who shot the arrow because there was some curse that he shouldn't be killed by...
I heard, whatever I heard is that the reason why Satyabhama went, because Krishna promised Bhumi that I'm not going to kill without your permission. So that is why, Bhumi is expansion of Satyabhama. So then he said that kill, then Krishna killed. So that's what I saw in the book also, which I was referring to. I don't know.
That's good. But that's why I was like, when you said, how come this? What I remember in the childhood of, I don't know the source again.
Yes.
Yeah. And you also said that same Narakasur and Bhumasur, both are. Actually, I don't know the difference, Mataji. I only know as Narak Chaturdasi, like Narakasur, Vada, and then Diwali. But Bhumasur, both are one and the same. I don't know if you can add a little more context.
No, Naraka, that as I said, he was not Asura at that time when he was born. His name was given Naraka, right? Because he is son of Bhumi, we say Bhuma. That's how his name is Bhuma Asura. Because then when he became demigod. So, kind of Maharaj was telling that some devotees, they complain, oh, my son, my kids, they are not devotees. So he's like, look here, Krishna's son himself is not a devotee, and not even a devotee, he is a demon. So, and of course, that is all pastime, and they go liberated, they get liberated and stuff. So, yeah, that's what I read, that's what I heard. So, yeah, that is how the name Bhumasura, because he's son of Bhumi. But he was born as Naraka. And then after that, he became a demon, so he became Narakasura.
Yeah, very nice. And also, I like the prayer. To light the lamp within our lives, to take away the avidya. It's a very nice prayer to think on a Diwali day. Instead of just lighting a lamp materialistically and then colorful and all that, but that divine thought should come within us. So it's very
because
nice.
we need to take that Ravan out, right? They say in Satya Yuga, they were like demons and demigods, or they were in different places. Then the next Yuga, they came in one place, and then the next one in one house, like Duryodhana or Arjuna, right? And in Kali Yuga, in within us. So that Ravan we need to take out, right? We have to, but that is that ego. Again, you go back to chapter Canto 3, chapter 14, where Kasyapa Muni is explaining Diti, about how should a lady be. How a lady should be helping her husband in her spiritual activities and stuff. So this Lakshmi Puja, like Srila Prabhupada always does that mix. He says that, okay, we will do puja, Lakshmi Puja, give us money. But Srila Prabhupada is saying, if we lead our life according to the scriptures, then Krishna himself comes and stays in your house with Mahalakshmi. So you will not even know. Prabhupada is saying that so much Krishna will give you. Like so much when you say, people will think about materially. So he said, even materially, he will give you so much of money and spiritual to forget it. And you will not even know where to keep. This is exactly what Srila Prabhupada is saying. But we need to read to understand how are we going to live the life. But it's not going to happen right away, right? Like, I don't think I covered that point, that when we say that, okay, like, light of Vidya will go. So we all are born with mode of ignorance, like, with so much of ignorance, we don't know who we are also. And because that we are a devotee, it's not that we are in transcendental platform, that, okay, everything is gone. It takes lifetime for the ego to go. Lifetime, but we need to help each other. How you will help each other? It all happens from the house. Srila Prabhupada was saying, if a husband is a Vaishnava, like, real Vishnu devotee, and a wife's dharma is just to serve the husband, and it is his duty to take the wife in Krishna conscious path, right? Because, and again, another class, it's written in Bhagavatam, that 14th chapter, what I heard from Radha Govind Swami Maharaj was telling, that you take 50%. He said 50% doesn't mean that you are doing 100 and now it will be 50-50. No, whatever he is doing, like, you guys will get that whole amount, like, And then he said, but a wife, the wife is very spiritual, and if she wants to give her part or some part, she can also give to her husband. But that is, again, you have to be in that level. But that is where, like, it's written, and Prabhupada is saying that we don't have to pray, like, give this or that. We just have to lead life like that. But unfortunately, what happens in most, like Prabhu said, like, of course, when you appreciate someone, it shows what a person you are. So whatever he said about me, I don't know how much is true, but that is what he is. No, that's true. Like, when that is what will come out. Whatever we are, that is what we can give out, right? Whatever is within us, that is only come when we are in adverse situation. So, Srila Prabhupada is saying that why we have to do that. Like, if we know how to lead life and we help each other, we have to empower each other in Krishna consciousness. Then everybody should be open that, okay, this is what I am lacking. But I don't remember, like, I don't know if you remember the first class I gave is like, when it comes to us, we become our own judge, right? And if it is for, like, then we will, like, oh, sorry, I'm the other way around. When it is for somebody else, we'll become the judge. And when it is for us, we'll be advocate. No, not this, I didn't mean that, I didn't say that, kind of. And the other person will be expecting from the other person to be Tinadapisunichana. I myself, it's okay. Why aren't you Tinadapisunichana? You are following. So that is what, like, Srila Prabhupada is saying, that we should empower each other in a nice way. We should be, like, in that purport is written, wife should be inquiring husband that, is your rounds done today? Like, did you finish your round? That is the duty of wife. Stay, like, take care of the family, responsibility, happily you do, but, like, not like you do something in the outside because I have to do, because I have to make people happy, but inside you are not happy. So that's something we need to in Diwali concentrate and take those things out. That is why I said, first sit down and go back as far as you can go and see what are you holding to. And then pray to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada is saying how to pray also. He's saying go to Krishna and go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said. And pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, say that you came to reclaim the most fallen people. And I am the most fallen. And you should really think like that, because I definitely think I'm the most fallen. Like, you have to really think like that, not that lip service, right? That these are my bad qualities. But because I am fallen, so my claim is number one. Srila Prabhupada is saying, my claim is number one. So please give me a place at your lotus feet as an atom also. So that's how we have to go pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And of course, Nityananda Prabhu, without his mercy, your spiritual master will be not happy. without if spiritual master is not happy, Nityananda Prabhu will be not happy. So kind of, so Prabhupada has given, like if you read all his classes, like I took out, but I don't know if I still have it, it's gone. So I was reading, like of course, a lot of people, those who are really, what I will say, intelligent, or they are really serious. I'll say everybody is serious to become like good devotee. But if you are really intellectual, then Srila Prabhupada has said in Bhagavatam 1:111 and 1:2:11 or something, like how you have to read all Acharya's book and do like that. And then also Srila Prabhupada has said that read my book scrutinizingly. Because if you don't read my book, then for whom did I write? At this age I came, just sleeping 2 hours in the night. For whom did I write? He read all those books and he wrote. So one class I was listening, so I wrote, okay, here you go. This is an excerpt from Srila Prabhupada's lecture that I was hearing. So I do sometimes, like, I write it or keep it, or I will save it in my WhatsApp, giving a title that this is what Srila Prabhupada was saying. And this one, of course, was between me and Balabhadra Prabhu. We exchange all the time. So here it has relates. So if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, then we must understand in the same way as the person who directly heard from him. This is called parampara system. Suppose I have heard something from my spiritual master, so I speak to you the same thing. So this is parampara system. You cannot imagine what my spiritual master said. Or even if you read some books, you cannot understand unless you understand it from me. This is called parampara system. You cannot jump over to the superior guru. I mean to say, neglecting the next acharya, immediate next acharya. So Prabhupada has, of course in the purport he has given, read it. But again he is making very clear in his lectures, in his book and everywhere, that first you read. Try to understand what I am saying, like this, sitting with devotees, like-minded devotees, discuss. And then only, but don't jump. Also, we don't have the capacity to even understand what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was telling, because Prabhupada said he didn't even understand. He said it was just going above his head. So think about us, like when Vedavyas, he divided one Veda to 4. Why? He knew in Kali Yuga people are not that intelligent. Same way our Srila Prabhupada knew that what can we digest, what can we remember what is good. For most, some people are very, very intellectual, I'm not talking about that, but mostly what Srila Prabhupada did is he read all the Acharya's book and gave us the essence. So whenever I was reading that like from this, Vaishnava Dosani, Sanatana Goswami said this and all. So that's it, like for me that is like the Shastra is like in Bhagavatam is saying and Srila Prabhupada said. So I'm like, okay, this is where I will stop because I don't have the capacity to go and understand all the things. So that is why when Prabhu told me, I'm like, okay, Srila Prabhupada has not said anything. That's what I do. I usually go to prabhupadbani.com and I see what all lectures Srila Prabhupada has given. Then I will open his lecture and that has the transcripts. And then I will read his purport. And I will see what class he has given to the purport. Then I'll make my notes. And some translation he has not given any purport, but he has given class. And some translation he has not given any purport. And I have seen Srila Prabhupada disciples, they just skip. They will only talk when Prabhupada has given a purport. So that's what I do. So when he said, I'm like, oh, there is nothing. Prabhupada has given, now what I have to do?
But you told us so much.
No, that also I heard gathered from P. Krishna Maharaj's lecture and Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj's lecture and all. Then I made notes and then I found whatever Srila Prabhupada said. Went to the Bhagavatam to see, okay, these are out there. So yeah, because that's what I go. My run is first to Srila Prabhupada's.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for getting all that information. I like the couch example, the analogy you said. I'm like, oh my God.
That Gauranga Darshan Prabhu was saying.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's like really, really nice. And I thought that's true. But we really don't realize it. Right? Krishna is within. But if we have so much of other things there, then how the purity will come? The purity only comes this way, like when we give the lamp and we know what is the meaning of the lamp and we pray to Krishna to make that, clean our hearts so that that place will be suitable for him to come and stay, and then we invite him. And then we request him to stay there forever. That is called actually real Diwali, and then we should dedicate our life in serving Krishna and Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you very much. No. She said everything. Thank you very much for all the information and everything. Beautiful class.
Anybody else? Anyone else? Talk about your wife.
Hare Krishna Mataji, beautiful class. So I wanted to share some experience for Diwali in my childhood. So we have never heard of like Damodar when we were little. So what we heard like for Diwali, we used to clean the graveyard of our grandfathers or whoever like passed. So we used to go and clean that area where they're like the graveyard. Yeah, so we used to clean, and then in the Diwali night we used to candle all around. That was like most of everyone saying to us to do, and all the houses and the altar also like light up. And they have never tell us about anything about Damodar or anything else. So this is like we used to pray for their soul, like whoever died, like grandfather, grandmother, whoever. So we used to pray for their soul to have.
The evil to go. That's what you light the lamp, so the evil goes away, and that inauspiciousness gone and auspiciousness came. Same in America, they do that Halloween, right? So I always think.
Yeah, it's almost the same time.
Well, I don't know much about the Halloween celebration, but yes, they will be having all those ghosts everywhere outside. So the ghost will not come by seeing another ghost or something, their philosophy. But same like we want to drive the inauspiciousness away. But again, for devotees, Srila Prabhupada is saying when we start chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, all inauspiciousness is gone. We just have to focus more on chanting. Like yesterday I was listening, he was just telling you don't even have to know any scriptures. You don't have to. When you chant sincerely, Krishna will reveal everything to you. All the Vedas, all the scriptures of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, everything will come to you. Krishna will reveal it. Without his mercy, we cannot do anything. No matter how much we try, it will not come to us. So then, so much easy. Srila Prabhupada is saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it so easy for this Kali Yuga people, right? So only thing is chant. And while chanting, put your mind into your chanting. Again, Srila Prabhupada is saying you cannot do it by yourself. You have to pray to Krishna and the holy name. Please allow me to chant your name. And then when we do that, Krishna being the Chaitya Guru, he will know what is our desire. Maybe I am not able to, maybe I am just concentrating on 1 round, 2 rounds, but my desire is to do 16 rounds. So at least when we know or listen to Srila Prabhupada and read his book, we know that is our aim. Prabhupada is saying just endeavor, just desire that. And Krishna is going to make it happen. But if that desire that we will also not do, nobody else can do it for us. I can just 1,000 times tell my kids, chant, but they have to desire, right? Then only that will happen. So nobody can do for anybody. We just understand that chanting is the only thing that is going to take us away from here, from this material world. Prabhupada is saying, of course, when we read the prakaras, bhakti prakaras and all, there are like lot of things which is knowledge, so we understand where we stand. But only chanting, like again, he's saying how difficult it is. You are cooking, you can think about Krishna. Pastime, you just think, like you said, right? Now when I do arti, I will think. Think about Krishna. You are working at your office, still you can think about Krishna. How difficult it is, he's saying, how difficult it is. But you just have to think. That is how that 24 hours comes, right? And then slowly that Anya Vilasita Sunyam will come with it, because we will have, today I was listening, Prabhupada was telling, you don't have to go to anybody to ask, am I really progressing in my spirituality. Maybe sometimes outwardly we don't show that. Sometimes outwardly people they behave like normal human being, but you don't know who is at what level. So we cannot just judge anybody and by whatever activities they are doing. If somebody is really knowledgeable, we cannot just say he is a liberated soul, or somebody just doesn't do anything. We don't know. Srila Prabhupada is saying we don't know what is that person's connection with Krishna. But we know this is what we have to do. And when I said whenever we do certain things, do it happily. Because if we don't do it happily, Krishna is not going to be happy because he is inside, he knows our intention. Oh, Mataji, you are coming. Mataji, please come for Diwali. I'm very smiling, hugging you and all. I'm just thinking in my mind, oh, I called and she came. She just could not say, right? She just could not say that, no, Mataji, it's fine. It's a working day, you work. So, if I think that way, what benefit am I getting?
You're right.
Nothing. Even if I make a khichdi, Mataji, please come, and it's really inside what I could not do anything. This is what I did. That makes Krishna happy. But now it is more that we will be outwardly very nice. That okay, I'm doing this, I'm showing I'm outwardly yes, I'm with my best behavior. I'll not yes, Mataji, I'm so nice. But what is happening inside is the only one who knows. So let's pray this Diwali and light a lamp to Damodar to take all these things away. So Prabhu will be definitely doing that right now.
Thank you, Mataji, but we won't let you go because online devotees. So it's not unfair not to ask them. Online devotees, please, if you want to share or you have any question, it's your turn now. Please unmute yourself. Good. They must be celebrating Deepavali. So, again, one big round of applause to Subhadra Mataji. Wonderful, wonderful lecture. Now that she has bestowed so much knowledge on us, whatever activity we perform now, going forward from now, we do with meaning. So when there is with meaning, then it goes into our heart. Then that is the heart transformation, right? So thank you again, Mataji. So before we continue our Damodar Ashtakam, a couple of announcements. As you all know, which are I think that will be yours. Okay. So coming week, next week is a very, very special. As she was mentioning that, without Srila Prabhupada, we just can't imagine where we would have been now, right? Because of Srila Prabhupada, we are here performing such a nice festival, having nice prasadam. It all goes to Srila Prabhupada, So last class also we heard that one has to show his gratitude to others, not only for, it's for all, it's a global formula that we have to show gratitude. And next week is one of those special days, very, very special day where we have to show gratitude and we have to take blessings of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It is a very auspicious day. What is it next week? Disappearance. So disappearance day of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So we are planning to have a kind of festival here. I'm just still setting it up, but if it goes through that, the program would be like many of the Srila Prabhupada disciples coming here. They are going to share their feelings. They're going to share their experiences, what they had. And that way, when we talk more about Srila Prabhupada, that is how we show our gratitude also. So thanking Srila Prabhupada for everything what he has done to us. So that is the next week program, Saturday here, October 25th. Okay, that is disappearance day, the actual disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada that day. So that is next week. And after that, the biggest program would be on November 5th. November 5th is the last day of Kartik month. Okay? Govardhan Puja. Govardhan Puja, right. In the temple there is Govardhan Puja. What day is that, Wednesday. Wednesday is Govardhan Puja. That is Annakut. It's yes. So Please don't miss that. It's a weekday, but still, we all should try to make it happen. After Govardhan Puja, the same Annakut we are doing at our place on November 5th, Tulsi Vivaha. I sent invite to every one of you, so if you have not got it, please let me know. I'll resend that invite. It's last day of Kartik month. It's Vivah marriage ceremony of Shaligram and Tulsi. So at our place in Morrisville. So please mark your calendars. That starts at 6 p.m. So that's all I have. And we'll do Damodar Ashtakam. Go to kksongs.org. kksongs.org and type Damodar Ashtakam. So Mataji will lead and we'll follow. Thank you. Prabhupada, you are ready? Okay, so we are ready with Srila Prabhupada quotes. We'll read that. So you all get Srila Prabhupada quotes. Please don't just bypass it and read that because it has a lot of essence, lot of spiritual upliftment there in his words. So, Mataji.
October 12th. If you put butter before the fire, automatically it melts. Similarly, a woman is considered as fire and the man is considered as butter. So this is natural, but a person who is not agitated, he is called Bira. October 13th. A pure devotee is he who loves Krishna without any material desire. Such pure devotees are very rare, but by the grace of Krishna, practically all the devotees and disciples who have kindly joined me, their symptoms are pure devotees. Even if they have got some ulterior desire, that will be removed very soon, because they have taken to the pure process of Krishna consciousness. October 14th. I have given the ideas, now you give the shape. October 15th. As Brahma is thinking to create a universe, you are thinking to create a skyscraper building. The ant is thinking to create a hole within the room. The quality of the work is the same, but because we are fools that these things are material, it will not stay.
That's it. Is Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we do Damodar Ashtakam. So I would request everyone to come in one line, take Achaman, and then you have givings there. And this is the ball. Once you offer, you can drop here behind here.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Namami Sharam Sachidanandarupam Prasad Kundalam Gokure Vrajamadam Namami
Sharam Sachidanandarupam Prasad Kundalam Gokure Vrajamadam It's a chutney finger. Sita Graivam Damodaram Bhakti Pradam Manasya virasam kimanyai Idam te mukam bojam asyanta nilai Vritam kundalai snigdha raktaischa gopya Malam Lakshalabai Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabodhukaya Labdimagam तथा प्रेम भक्ति स्वगमे प्रयच नमोक्षे ग्रहो मे श्री दामोदरे नमस्ते सुदाम्ने सुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदराय विश्वास्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीय प्रियायै राधा दामोदर की जय, दीपावली की जय, कार्तिक मास की जय. Thank you everyone. Thank you for wonderful kirtan, Mataji. Now it's prasadam time. Mahaprasade Govinde. Brahmane Vaishnave. Sarvapanyava Samrajan. Vishwaso Naiva Jayate. Sharira Vidya Jam. Jarendriya Taheka. Jiva Fele Vishya Sagare. Aramadya Jivati. Lubhomai Sudurmati. ताके जेटा कठिन संसारे कृष्णा बरोदयमय परिवार जीव जाय प्रसाद नदिलो बाय नामृत पाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेम डाको श्री चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री श्री राधा दामोदर महाप्रसादम की श्रील प्रभुपाद की. Thank you, all of you have done wonderful sumptuous prasadam. Thank you very much. Hari Hari Bol. Online devotees, Hari Bol. अभी खत्म हो गया.